All right, guys, we're out in the kayak. Sun's just setting over here. We got about maybe an hour left, probably a little less, maybe like half an hour left until sunset. Ideal time. We're not fishing today. We're going for lobster. And yeah, today's the first day of lobster season, so we're out here for the opener. Dropped my pots just to claim my spot out here. I didn't even put any bait in it yet. Because the lobster, they don't feed during the middle of the day. They only feed at night. So we're just kind of waiting until it gets dark out here. But since it is the first day, we want to get out here to claim our spots because this whole jetty is all lined up with kayaks, boats. Everyone's lobstering today. Should be pretty productive. I mean, generally speaking, the beginning of the season is a good time to get out here for crabs and lobster. But yeah, we wanted to stake our spots. Ideally, you want to get as close to the jetty as you can without getting dangerously close because there is some waves breaking in there. So yeah, I'm out here with Nick Fish, Ensei. I have 4 traps, or not traps, hoop nets. And the maximum you can have per person is 5, and I think Nick and Ensei both have 5. So I'm at a slight disadvantage, I guess you could say, but we should all be able to get them today with the beginning of the season and everything. And that first crawl, they call it, when the lobsters come out of the rocks first, they got to be hungry because they didn't eat all day. That's the ideal time to get them. So let's go start baiting up our traps, drop them down, and get that scent trail going to hopefully entice those lobsters out nice and early. So let's go do that. What we have for bait is a bit of a delicacy. I can't believe I'm throwing this back, but these are yellowfin tuna carcasses that I got yesterday. I went out on a long range boat. I was hoping to catch a tuna. I didn't catch any, but other people caught some, and then they were about to toss these back. So I said, no, I'll take these and feed them to some lobster. Hopefully turn them into lobster. So I'm just gonna stuff this cage as full as I can. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a nice tuna snack for these lobster down here. They're gonna love this. Dropping now. All right, first one down. Now we're gonna do the same thing with the other 3, and then we'll be fishing officially. All right, well, we got I don't know if you can see, there's a head in there, skipjack head, along with a bunch of other goodies in there. Just drop it right here. Uh-oh. All right, going down. That's 3. Of them. All right, so all our pots are down now. They all have tuna in them. Man, I'm excited for what's to come. Hopefully, as you can see, maybe you can't see. I'll turn you a little bit. The sun's just about to set right over there. Probably another 15 minutes till set. So once it sets, that's when all the lobsters should start coming out. Even if it's light out here, it's pretty dark down at the ocean floor. So that's when those lobsters should start coming out and start feeding. And if everything goes as planned, we should have some lobsters on the kayak. So now there's not really much to do. We just kind of wait it out. And in about half an hour, we'll start pulling our pots. Hopefully having some lobster on deck. It's lobster time. Lobsters are coming out right now. All right, I'm gonna pull my first one.
Oh my goodness, it's over here somewhere. An hour from now is critical.
Yeah, the first. Okay. All right, come on. Nope, nothing. Okay, I might have to leave it down a little bit longer. A little bit too antsy. Let's wait a little bit and then pull our first one in a little bit here. All right, guys, let's see. It's definitely dark now. So this was the game plan. Once it hits 7 o'clock, which is a half an hour after sunset, that's when we're gonna start pulling our pots. So let's pull one here. I know the first one didn't have one, but I'm confident we're gonna get one here. Fish for helping us out with that. But the problem with the highlighting is now it becomes really difficult to find your buoys. Small one in there. Oh, two small ones. So this one definitely too small. Pretty sure this one, yeah, that one's too small too. So just to catch you up, I don't know how the audio or visual was back when it actually happened, but one of my hoop nets I got at a garage sale, and it was a pretty old net, I knew that, but what I didn't think about was the rope itself was actually probably pretty degraded just from it sitting around for so long. And so when I went to pull it once today, the whole rope just snapped. So I lost my fourth trap. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, another little guy. So now I'm down to only 3 traps, unfortunately. Well, now that the clarity of the video is a lot better, let me show you what we got here. So far I got 2. A couple of decent lobsters. This one right here, that's a really nice one. This one is just barely a keeper, but a keeper nonetheless. So 2 keepers so far for our work. And obviously you've seen countless toss backs, but let me just show you really quick the proper way to measure these crab now that we have a good amount of light, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we have a lobster gauge here, and this is a little piece of metal that measures 3 1/4 inches across, and you're measuring the first segment of this lobster shell. None of the rest of the tail, just this first piece right here. So if you take one end of the gauge, stick it in between the 2 horns there, and then measure it down. If it hits the top of the shell there, then it's a keeper. If it goes over the edge, then obviously it's a short. You gotta let it go. But this one, very nice keeper there, probably about 3 1/2 inches. And I'll show you the other one really quick. Hits the gauge there. Another nice keeper. So yeah, those are our 2 keepers for the day so far. Hopefully we can get a couple more. I don't know, it's slowing down a little bit here as the night wears on, but it seems like every once in a while the lobster get like a second wind where they start crawling again. So hopefully that comes up here sooner rather than later. So as you see, I forgot my kill bag on this trip, so nothing fancy here, just a good old-fashioned trash bag. So these guys don't crawl out of here. Getting a little tough out here, but see if we can scratch out a couple more here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. All right. Look at that one. Alright, let's drop this down. So we're soaking them pretty long right now because it's so slow. We want to make sure we give those traps plenty of time to attract the lobsters in. Alright, we were thinking about calling it, but we might have to stick it out now that there's a few more lobsters. Let's see, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure this is a keeper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's keeper right there. That's another female there. You can see those flaps on the bottom right there are a lot bigger on the females. And you also see that tail meat right there. That's all nice and juicy. That's what we harvest these lobsters for. there, but this one's too small. Just a little guy. Another little female. Toss this one back. So I feel like the longer you leave them, the more chance you have that the big ones go in there too. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I feel like sometimes when the big ones go in there, they chase out the small ones. So the longer you leave it, the more chance that the small ones got in there and then the big ones chased them out. I don't know. It might be just a theory, but come on, big lobster. Not sure that that one's a keeper. We'll measure him. Looking kind of small, but I don't think so. I don't think so. No, this one's too small. Dang. Nice tail meat there, but unfortunately a little bit too small. Yeah, too small. Last pull. Oh, there's a couple in there. Hey, most I got all night. They're all small. There's one. Measure this one just in case. Okay, so this one is a male. So you can see there, those flaps on the bottom, a lot smaller on this one. I don't really see much difference in terms of like meat quality from male to female. And then also there's no, you can keep males and females. It's not like some states where crabs you can only keep males. Anyways, that's a male, also undersized. This is the last one right here. Let's see. I don't think this one's gonna make it either. Yeah, another male. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah. Close, but not quite. Just like a millimeter too short. There's like hair on the bottom of the shell there, and it's like hitting the hair, but not quite. Don't want to get caught with undersized lobster. I think the fine is $1,000, something like that. Definitely not worth it. Not gonna lie, we were hoping for a little bit better numbers, but 3 out of 7, it's not too bad. Half limits. Unse got 4, I got 3, and I think Nick got 2. Yeah, not too bad. Not terrible, but not great either. So it was a fun day out here. And tomorrow we're gonna be going searching probably somewhere else, probably do some exploring. This is actually the only place, this specific location is the only place that I've ever tried to catch lobster. So it'll be fun to go do some exploring. So if all goes as well, stay tuned for that video coming up very, very soon. But till then, thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you on the next one.